Love TV.
Hey, back here with Live for Love TV, the 19th day of the 4th month of the 21st year of the 21st century. Just out here in nature. Gonna have a few words with you today, but we're gonna just use nature as our backdrop today. So hope you enjoy just the clear sign of sun. It's spring here, so in the UK, so let's enjoy it. Today, I'm gonna tell you a little story, just a very, very quick story, and then we're gonna move on. The quick story is a man loses his keys. Door keys, can't find them anywhere. He's out underneath a street lamp outside his house looking for his door keys, can't find them. His best friend comes up and says, "Yo bro, what's happening? What are you doing?" He says, "I lost my door keys." So his bro says, "Oh, did you lose them here? Where about did you lose them?" He said, "I lost them inside the house." He said, "But if you lost them in the house, why are you looking out on the street under the street lamp?" He said, "Well, that's where the light is." And that basically, as you can tell, is clear that people do strange things. Because that's where he can see, that's where he looks for the keys, even though the keys were lost in a completely different place. Well, the reason I bring that up is because we have the word religion, and religion is the reconnecting, reuniting with your source. And it's a bit like we've lost our keys. So yeah, we've lost our keys. Our keys are where they always were. But we are separated from our keys, just like the man was. He couldn't find them, didn't know where they were. He's separated from them, so he assumes the keys are lost. Can't find the keys. He has to find a way to get to those keys. The road he uses to get to those keys is what we call religion. That's the road. The road you use to get back to your source is where religion originally came from. Now, the question you can ask yourself is, okay, if I'm on this road, can I find these keys before I pass away? Or do I have to pass away first to find the keys? And if I do find the keys before I pass away, do I have any sense for the road? Or in other words, do I have any sense for religion anymore? Does religion still have a place in my life? These are questions you can answer for yourselves. I'm just putting them out there as sort of rhetorical questions. I've got my own answers, but they're rhetorical questions to you. You can answer these for yourself. I can hear people's brain going and saying, well, they believe this and they believe that. But if you're looking for your key, if the keys are important in this life, because that's what you need your keys for, then surely you wouldn't need to keep looking on that road, because you've already found your keys. And if the keys are not important, but you need to find them after you've passed away, then there's no need for looking for them in this life. You just need to wait till you pass, then you'll find your keys. So we have a conundrum there with the way some people look at life and the way they've been told. And some people are looking, just like this man was, under the light for the keys that they've lost, but they don't know where they've lost them. Where did you lose your faith? Where did you lose your connection with your source? Where did you lose your connection with your source? Not where some other person thousands of years before lost their connection. Where did you lose your connection with your source? When you find out where you lost your connection with your source, then you will find out where your source is. Very simple. You don't have to, it's not rocket science. It's very simple. So, as we say, it's a little story to talk about. It's talking about losing your keys and losing things and roads and why we need to do the things we do. We struggle. We're always going to struggle to get in the house without the keys. So we know the best thing for us to do is to have keys to get into our house. The best thing to do is to have a connection with your source. And no matter how long it takes, if you feel it takes you 5, 10, 15, 20, 50 years to connect to your source, then you need to connect to your source. But when you connect with your source, your troubles should be over. You shouldn't let anybody tell you you can connect with your source, but every day is still a trial, every day is still a test, every day this. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make any sense. Because once you've got the key, you're in the house. And that was always your intention, was to get in the house, not for someone to keep pushing you further down the road and kicking your keys down the road till you have to keep moving, paying and doing whatever you have to do in order to get back into the house. You're in the house. And once you're in that house and you no longer need a road, The question is, what do you do next? What happens next? In some faiths, in some parts of the world, people would call that enlightenment. Some people believe you can get enlightenment before you pass away. Some religions, or I think all religions, tell you basically you can't. And you can see why they would say that, because once you can, there's no need for them. There's no need for their power structure. There's no need for their higher deities and the higher people. And it's amazing that there have been powerful people have come throughout the years, and it's those very people who are the religious, powerful people of that time that always turn against these people. They may adopt them later on and say, oh yeah, this is the person they believe in. But they normally turn against these people because these people are taking away their power by showing people how to find their keys. So that was a little conversation today on lost keys, religion, what it means. We're going to go further and deeper into this because all the time this thing is going to come up all the time. People have different religions, different concepts. One thing I will say before I leave on Live for Love TV, that people who believe they have to defend their source with violence or with anger or shouting or whenever you say something they don't like, they're disrespecting their very source. Because if I say something about the sun in the sky or the stars in the sky, nobody wants to fight you. Nobody gets angry. Nobody gets crazy. But if you're talking about the creator of that very thing, you need to fight, get angry and shout and don't want to talk to me anymore because I said something you don't like. You've disrespected your own source. Your source sounds like you've given it human qualities, human frailties. Gets angry at the slightest thing. Can't take any talk. That doesn't sound like any form of source that could have created all that we see and things that we don't even see. So we'll get back with you. Hope you enjoyed that little talk. It's Live for Love TV, and we'll see you again.
This is Live for Love TV. Live for Love TV. Yes, I am.
Make sure to subscribe and leave us a review.
Be sure to join us next time.
Live for Love TV.